Welcome to It's Crunch Time, a resource toolkit for best practices that can be used for any level mathematics assessment. The best practices that will be shared with you can be used for any of the EOGs in 6th grade math, 7th grade math, 8th grade math, and for the EOC in Math 1, as well as the final exams in Math 2, Math 3, Advanced Functions, Pre-Calculus, and Discrete, in addition to the AP testing. So sit back, relax, and I'm sure you'll find something in this toolkit worth using.
Hello, wonderful teachers. I am Miss Rios from Howard Health and Life Sciences High School, and I'd like to present to you some Math 1 activities for EOC test preparation. I know it's crunch time, so we're getting ready to review, or we're almost getting ready to actually take exams. So these strategies have been student tested and teacher approved. My last activity is the people's choice. My students love this activity. This is Trashketball. With Trashketball, you want to have your students' names written on the board and separated by team letter and student number. You also need some space for their points so that they can keep track of who's going to win. Some other materials you may want to have if you don't have the board space: poster paper where you can actually record this grid. You also need a way to display your questions, whiteboards or paper, and a bucket, a basket, a can, or a ball. These two are optional because there is a workaround if you're able to integrate some technology. For Trashketball, once students are in their teams, they each have their own paper and pencil, may have a whiteboard for each team so that you can so they can display their answers. You want to display one question that's unique to each group. It still needs to be related to the same topic, and it needs to have the same rigor level so that the teams feel like it's fair. When it's time for teams to show their answers on the whiteboards, you can call on one student to explain. Do this randomly so that every single team has to worry about their members knowing how to properly explain it. Once the team is correct, they can send the member up to get an extra point after they've recorded their initial point for getting the answer right. Extra points can be earned for shooting a paper ball, a soft object, even an old marker into a bucket, a basket, or a trash can that's a distance away. If you don't have these objects available, one workaround with technology is to split up your laptop screen so that it shows the PowerPoint that may have the questions on it, and then on the other half it shows an online basketball game. I've tested this out and it works really well. You just have to let students practice how to use that online basketball game so that they feel comfortable with it. What are some pluses and what are some minuses or deltas, things that might need to be considered before you play this game? Well, focus is the most important thing in class, and this activity actually gives students a lot of focus. Since they each have their own question for their team, there is no cheating. They're working with each other and trying to answer their own personal question. It fosters collaboration and individual accountability if you have to call on someone randomly to explain. And also, this activity is perfect for random review because you can focus on one topic at a time on the screen. Possible deltas. Well, work around the fact that it might get loud in your classroom. Students get very excited to throw an apple or a marker or any object into a trash can. Also, you might have some idle or wait time as students are watching everybody else throw the actual object. They get pretty excited to do that, but sometimes you have those students that just finish quicker and are more serious, and they may need something else to work on as they wait. This activity also needs a lot of prep because you're creating one unique problem for every single team for every round. I've done it with the Quitta software, but I've had to retype each question. It's an investment though. Once you complete this activity for this first time, you'll be able to use it every other year. Some recommended ideas for you to follow up with any of these 3 activities is to have a mini quiz the next day for your students. That holds them accountable and that makes sure that they're writing out their work the day before. Another recommendation is that you give a homework assignment related to those specific topics that they did in the activity. Also, you can have students reflect on their mistakes throughout the activity, their team's strengths or weaknesses, and how they collaborated with one another. Thank you for watching. I hope you can use this activity or any 3 of them in your classes.